Hi everyone, welcome back to part 3 of my beginner's guide to Pyromancy Any speedruns on Dark Souls 1. At the end of the last section we got to Londo and the ONS bonfire, so we're picking up from there. We're going to start by using the stair skip to get to ONS, so just run up until you get to the bit you need to jump, and then jump over the banister like so. Make sure you're not using L1 and having your shield up, because otherwise you'll roll instead of jump, same as the barrel when we do the very opening barrel skip in Underberg. With this guy, we want to dodge to the right and then duck back to the left, and that will normally allow us to get past him very, very cleanly. If he does do the side swipe, you may need to roll it, but normally it's fine. So, ONS strats. We're gonna use our Great Combustion to take down Dragon Slayer Ornstein first. So we dart to the left and use the pillar, and what we're looking for is Ornstein's charge attack, and here I don't get it, so I just quit out and reload and start the fight again. You need to use your Great Combustions. You've only got 8, and you ideally need all of them, a minimum of 7 for Ornstein if you want to get a decent fight. And the longer this opening section takes, the harder it gets, because Smo is initially trapped on, well, you can kind of trap Smo using the blocks, so at the moment he's kind of stuck behind the pillar and he can't reach me. And we've got Ornstein in a really nice position where we backed him up, he can't jump away, and we can just kind of wail on him. So if you don't get that good opening, I would recommend quitting out and reloading until you get that opening, because it makes a huge difference. So you can see I've used 7 of my Great Combustions in this. I did miss 1. 7 is going to do almost all of Ornstein's health, but he will have a tiny bit left. So here, because I missed 1, I've run out and I need to switch to my normal combustion just to finish him off. But ideally I would just burn through all 8 and hopefully not miss anything. He will stagger after 3, so if you're in a position to do a trade and you know you've hit him twice, you can hit him with the 3rd to stagger him. So that's unfortunately another miss. So our Super Smo strat is basically you want to keep close and burn your way through all your combustions. If he does his lightning butt slam, just take it on the shield. You can take about 4 or 5 from full HP before you have to heal. And you keep close to try and drag the swings out of him like this. They're very easy to roll, and then you just go straight back in. Hopefully you should be able to get through all of your combustions, and then you'll only need about 2 or 3 fireballs to finish him off. But keep close, and that'll encourage him to swing at you rather than charge you with his plow attack, which is the one thing that's going to cause us a lot of problems. So there we use the butt slam as an opportunity to heal. Here we can kind of work around his plow attack, and then we just get straight back in again. So once again, 3 combustions will also stagger Super Smo. So if you're in a position for a trade and you think you're going to be able to stagger him, go for it. I switched to Great Chaos Fireball. I think it does the same damage as Great Fireball, but it leaves lava on the floor. So if he stays in position, he can take additional damage. One other strat that I used with Super Ornstein is to back him up against a pillar. So he gets these crazy iframes where he does his leap back attack, and it's unbelievably frustrating. So I often try to position him so that a pillar is directly behind him. So when he jumps back, he actually stays in place, and then you can hit him as soon as he lands. So I tended to do that and try and keep close. So we take the elevator up, equip the bow on the elevator with the arrows, open the door. You can aim the bow while the door's opening. Make sure you two-hand it. And then you do 2 arrows, run into the room, and loop round to get the Lord Vessel. So same as we do on all the other runs. And now we're going to go to Firelink Shrine, and we need to place the Lord Vessel. So I did a lot of testing for ONS, and that strat there, so light fast rolling, pyromancy armor, there's pyromancer's garb, sorry, and doing Great Combustion into combustion for Ornstein, for Smo, sorry. That was the best strat I found. So I tried quite a few. We've got stone armor at this point. I tried to do a stone armor one, and you can tank loads at the start, and it's really good if you get the charge and you can pin Ornstein down. But if you don't, then it just becomes a nightmare because you're so immobile and you can't dodge. But yeah, so I did a lot of testing, and that's the best strat I found. If anyone can find anything better, please feel free to post in the comments. It'd be great to know if anyone's got any improvements to this run. So we place the Lord Vessel to open up the gates so that we can start doing the big four. And we're going to pop souls. So we haven't used our souls from ONS to level, and that's because we want to use them to get our Pyromancy Flame from plus 12 to plus 15. We pop the Soul of Ornstein and Sif's Soul on the lift while we wait. That takes us up to 74k. We need 66k for those last 3 levels, so we'll end up with about 8k left over, I think. Here, instead of... so at the first time we went down to Blighttown, I kind of showed you like my beginner's version of the Blighttown drop, which is very, very easy and low risk. Here we're going to do the normal Blighttown drop, which requires a little more precision. So you want to walk out onto the second little jutting piece of wood and walk off of it. You can't run, you have to walk. That'll line you up perfectly for the drop, and then you just hammer roll. It's pretty straightforward. Then we wait for the elevator, drop onto the elevator, and use a humanity to heal. There is a fuller version of the Blighttown drop where you roll off and then you roll onto the top of this wheel, and then you roll straight onto the platform. I haven't done that yet. I think I probably need to do it, as it's kind of the next skip that I should probably be using. So here we're going to level up our Pyromancy Flame. I quit out to de-aggro the mosquitoes, but it's very easy to do it without quitting. You can just chat to her, modify equipment. Is it modify equipment? Yeah. And then just get those 3 levels really, really quick and run off. So if you want to save yourself the 2 seconds of the quit out there, then you can. It's very simple. So this is the easiest of the 4 big souls for us. Because we've opened the Chaos shortcut, we can use the shortcut to dodge Centipede and Demon Fire Sage, which takes 2 bosses off the list, and they're 2 of my most hated bosses as well, which is great. So all we need to do is run all the way down here. We're going to heal up so that we can survive the drop. Then we'll do Ceaseless, and once we've done Ceaseless, we'll move on to the Bed of Chaos, and we'll use Toki Bombs to make that nice and quick and easy. We're going to rest here in the Demon Ruins just to get some free HP, and because we don't want to have to be dealing with poison all the way through. Then to do this slope, I like to roll onto the slope like so, because then you don't get the stagger after you slip down, and it allows you to keep moving. You still take the HP hit, but you don't get stuck at the bottom while you wait for your character to recover, so it's a little bit faster. And for Ceaseless, all we're going to do is a standard Ceaseless. So we're going to run all the way to the Goldhelm Robes, get the Goldhelm Robes, then we walk towards Ceaseless, and he spews, then we leg it all the way back here, and then we punch him 6 times, and he falls off. So, yeah, save a bit of time, let's speed through this. So we can just use our time here to swap out our armor. There's not much else we need to do. He unfortunately takes forever here, so we have to wait. I always heal up and put my shield up because he often hits me by this fog gate. I don't know if I'm doing something wrong, but I get hit by him a lot here. So because we've got a bow in our right hand in slot 2, we'll swap out the shield, punch him, and then we'll just run out. So I haven't timed it, but I don't think it's any faster to bone up and then run down. this seems absolutely fine to me to just run out, and it's a bit different because normally we just bone away from Ceaseless. So instead we'll run down, and then we will slide down the slope and run the Demon Ruins. So here, same with the previous slope, I like to try to roll onto the slope so that I can then try to roll off at the end. Here I don't get it, unfortunately. So my character kind of does that crouch land and we lose a second or so. When we heal, we'll heal with a Humanity. So if you need to take more than one Estus Slug, I think using Humanity is faster. So we'll heal with a Humanity there. Here, just run past and remember to roll, unlike me. Make sure you've got your shield up and then hit circle to roll. And watch the dip on the left there. If you want to take this safety bonfire down here, you can. We're going to warp out, so it doesn't matter if you tag this. You will need to kill this, oh god, whatever it is. So what I tend to do, if I want to get that bonfire, is I drop down and then I roll to the left-hand side, like back into the corner. And if you hug the wall right next to him, he can't, or hug the wall slightly away from him, then he can't really hit you. So you can get your HP back up and then just run in next to him and combust on him. And then once you've done that, the bonfire will become lightable. There, just shield up, roll past Taurus, because his hitbox can just be a nightmare sometimes. And then instead of doing Demon Fire Sage, we turn right, and this is where we're going to take the Chaos shortcut down to the door. And this is, you might know this area from if you were going to be following Solaire's questline. So from here on, we're just going to do pretty much a straight run to the Bed of Chaos. And we skip all the lava as well, which is great because we can't get the orange charge ring from Centipede. And while the door's moving, we heal up and then just equip the fire bombs that we need for Bed of Chaos. It's pretty incredible game design when you think about it. Like, I think I've only just realised that this shortcut allows us to skip all of the lava. And normally you need the orange charge ring for the lava, which you only get from the Centipede Demon. And because we only do fire damage on Pyromancy, like, this allows us to avoid all of the lava as well. Like, oh man, the design of this game. I also realised probably a couple of weeks ago when I was recording for this route, at the very start of the game, Asylum Demon, at the very start, the Asylum Demon jumps down on you and tries to kind of get the drop on you. And you escape out the side door, run round. And then when you attack him, the way you do it is by coming in above him and then getting the drop on him. It's just, like, yeah, the way the game rewards you for using your surroundings, realising you're not able to fight then, and then it gives you that feedback by putting you in the superior position that he once had. Anyway, that was an accidental swipe on circle there. You do not want to roll into the fog. And also, I found out here, you don't want to jump onto the slope because it staggers you. So just walk onto the slope. Get your bow out, two-hand it, and now we're going to do the Toki Bombs. So the way I do this is I run forward, and then when I get towards the very end, so you want to use the tiles to line yourself up down the middle here. When you get to the brown dirt, I slow down and just walk it to make sure I get my position right. And as soon as you step onto the brown dirt by these two tiles, hit circle twice to back up, and then aim for the kinks in the branch and throw the firebomb in between. You can do left then right or right then left. I've had both work, but for whatever reason, I find left and right much more consistent. Here you're going to want to swap out your shield so that you can punch the Bed of Chaos. And then because we've rested, we're going to warp out. I think I make a bit of a mistake here and I level up, but I don't have my souls in my inventory yet. So actually what we should do is we should warp before we level, and then when we get to Londo here, then we should rest and level again. So you can see I've leveled up, but I didn't have that 60k, so now I'm going to have to sit and level up again. So something for me to remember for next time. And then we just pump it up to 40, and then we'll put some points in endurance. If you're leveling more than I am, you're going to need to level attunement a little bit before the end of the game, so you might want to start thinking about that. But we'll deal with that in the next video. Okay, thanks for watching.